What's going on, everybody? It's Rookstu. I'm back with Lucid9. Now, if I remember correctly, I was watching Governmesher before I studied, so let's see where that went. I dig through my backpack and crack open a few books. This year will probably be really intense, with the entrance exam coming up and all. Might as well do a little work. It'll be more of a pain to deal with nagging teachers than the work itself. After engrossing myself for some time, I checked the clock. It's 11. Good enough. Maybe I should just apologize to Ryu tomorrow. Indulge myself in our friendship. Let everything go back to normal. Selfish of me. Selfish of me, again. But maybe this time, I should just be selfish. Oh, what? What is happening? Why is it so bright outside? Why is it already 8:30? I leap to my feet, scrambling to pull my clothes on and tear out the door. It's kind of a weird thing. I'm not even a good student. In fact, I'm pretty much every teacher's nightmare. Being in a rush to get to school isn't like me. Maybe it's because there's a difference between choosing to ditch and ditching by accident. One is your conscious decision, and the other is not. Highly descriptive, I know. I'm told that my essays are a joy to read. By the time I actually enter the classroom, it's already 8:42 a.m. The teacher glances at me from his periphery, but surprisingly enough, he doesn't try to humiliate me. In fact, he doesn't make a single comment. It's as if I wasn't late at all. Elizabeth, on the other hand, is wearing a prominent glare as I slip into my seat. She keeps her mouth shut, but her face radiates with disapproval. Yahiko nudges my foot and gestures frantically. Dude! His voice spits out in a hurried whisper. I leaned over to hear what he has to say. What? Of all days to be late, you had to choose today? What, was there a pop quiz? There was a pop quiz? I'll take that as a no. Dude, I'm talking about that cutie over there. You missed her intro earlier. He gestures vaguely to the back of the classroom. I sneak a peek when I'm sure that the teacher isn't looking. Oh, hi. I find a girl sitting by the window, head delicately turned against slender fingers, as she examines something in the distance. In ordinary circumstances, I might have thought her to be gorgeous. After all, she matches the ideal of traditional beauty to a T. Silky hair, porcelain skin, delicate lips, the whole 9 yards. But instead, I only find myself thinking, what the hell? Promptly followed by, who, what, when, where, why, how? Very intelligible, I know. But how else am I supposed to react when an old friend, whom I haven't seen in ages, just randomly walks back into my life? Not only that, but as a transfer student to my school on the very last year I happened to be here. Her eyes snap to mine, but before I can see her reaction, I quickly whip back to the front of the class. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe it's not really her. There's no way it can be her. Right? I reluctantly tune my hearing back to the teacher, who seems to be in a very enthusiastic rant about technology. Surprise, surprise. This generation is wasting away from being glued to dead pixels every waking moment. Well, today, I'm not having any of these newfangled contraptions. We're returning to trusty pen and paper. As the class erupts into groans, he scribbles 3 words on the board with his stylus. Your dream job. They just won't give us a break, will they? Furthermore, the teacher's deactivated our tablets and is currently handing out sheets of lined paper. Handwriting? Really? As Yahiko passes the stack of papers to me, he leans close. So, what do you think? I think I'm tired of writing about my non-existent future. Huh? I was talking about the new girl. Alright, the new girl. Was her name Masaki Kazihaya, by any chance? How did you know? So it really is her. I never thought I would see her again, much less in my own classroom. Oh, I know. You must have some sort of physical ability. What? I mean, how else could you have known her name? Can you read her mind too? What does she think of me? How he came to that conclusion is beyond me. Nevertheless, this seems like an excellent opportunity to screw with them. I'd be ashamed not to. I press my fingers to my temples, pretending to tune into Misaki's thought. Ooh, I see. What? She has a huge crush on you. Really? What? What? Yuhiko shakes his legs impatiently as I pause. Can you stop thinking for a second? I keep getting interference. Huh? Oh, sorry. He scrunches his face into concentration. Now you're thinking of not thinking. Whoa, you really can read minds? You doubt my abilities? No, I just... Shh. I'm getting something. Yuhiko clamps his mouth shut. I rub my temples, mumbling under my breath. It seems she has a crush on you, but he doesn't think you have the courage to talk to her. Yuhiko puffs out his chest as if he were presented with a challenge. As if anything can deter the great Yuhiko Akari from approaching such a beauty. Yuhiko, this is a writing prompt, not a discussion prompt. Focus on your own assignment. Oh, right. Sorry, Teach. He immediately regains his composure and starts scribbling messily on his composition paper. That was oddly quick. I take a quick glance around. My classmates hunched over their desks, some writing furiously, some staring awkwardly into space. The most avid one is Elizabeth, who's already on a second page, lips moving furtively as her arms blurs down her paper. I'm not surprised she retains the naive belief that she can actually control her future. I can't wait for life to prove her wrong. Misaki, on the other hand, has completely thrown away any pretense of studiousness, choosing to text under the desk with one hand while simultaneously pretending to write with the other. That's actually smart. That's pretty impressive, actually. That's what I just said, you asshole. I take a quick pinch on the arm to check my state of consciousness. Not dreaming, apparently. It's Misaki Kazihaya in the flesh. 5 minutes. Write the assignment. What did the teacher say? Dream job? Write 1 page? I stare at the prompt on the screen as if it'll prove an answer. Meh, I don't want to deal with this. I deftly set my pencil to the paper and scribble my response. 1 page. As morning class is slung on, I feel a very prominent gaze burning into the back of my head. I refuse to turn around, trying to piece together my thoughts. Should I approach her or not? When the bell rings, Yuhiko immediately tugs on my sleeve, his face shining. Dude, I'm gonna talk to her. Who? The new girl, of course. She must be the shy princess type waiting for her Prince Charming to sweep her off her feet. Who better than me to make her dream come true? I think you mean nightmare. Well, good luck with that. You're not coming? Why would I? Surely Yuhiko Akari wouldn't be suggesting that he needs help from me. To learn, of course. I worry for you, my man. You may end up as a spinster your whole life. You haven't snagged a single date in all the time I've known you. Well, neither have you, but I wouldn't mention that. Or the fact that spinsters are exclusively female. So are you coming? I am, I guess. At the very least, this will be a chance for me to see what kind of person she's become. Yahiko swaggers over to the side of Misaki's desk, expertly raising a single eyebrow as he flips his hair out of his face. Why, hello there. I brace myself for a slap or a headlock in response. But Misaki only tilts her head quietly to the side, regarding him with a single arched eyebrow. Can I help you? This appears to fluster Yahiko for a moment. Thankfully, he's not the school's best Casanova for nothing, which honestly really tells you something about the quality of our Casanovas. Actually, yes. Do you have a map? Because before he can even finish his sentence, Misaki's fingers whip around her phone with ease of long practice. In 3 seconds flat, she pulled a campus map onto her screen and shoved it in front of his face. Here, where in particular are you looking for? Wait. Oh, are you also a transfer student? What? That certainly would make much more sense. I was just thinking, it's a little strange that a student would be asking for directions since I just transferred here. But I should have realized. You must feel the instant connection of a fellow transfer student. When did you come here? Wait, this is a big misunderstanding. I'm trying to hit on you. Oh, I see. 7 out of 10? Huh? I rated your approach. You didn't even introduce yourself. You're right, how careless of me. I am the one and only Yahiko Akari. Surely you've heard of me. I highly doubt that. You wouldn't, by any chance, happen to be the Yahiko Akari from Governor Mesher? The president's aide? That Yahiko Akari? Yahiko's chest practically doubles in size. Wait, what? Indeed I am. Are you, by any chance, a fan? The biggest. I really enjoy the political satire, and the music is just amazing. Have we been watching the same show? Did you know that our patter tag is one of the top trending? And Ishima Times has us listed as a viral phenomenon. Viral for what reason? Well, that must be a different story. Congrats, I was sure that it would become a hit. But of course, even the stars themselves are no match for an Akari. Or the moon. Oh yeah, guess what my next dream is? Is it? To build a vacation home on the moon, yes. A vacation home? I wonder what would happen if you jumped on a trampoline while on the moon. How high could you go? I don't know, but I'm definitely going to test it. Yahiko and Misaki are new besties, apparently, which is nothing short of absolutely terrifying. Meanwhile, I'm being completely ignored. Maybe she doesn't recognize me. Hey, Miki. She tilts her head in my direction, eyes bright. Hi, do I know you? Wait, what? She doesn't remember? Come to think of it, she hadn't spared me a single word, or even a glance. She doesn't... How could she not? It's Yama Ishimoto. He's my minion. What? I'm sorry, I don't think we've met. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Childhood friend, 4 years back, you, me, and Ryu, we all hung out together. What? Total blankness. She honestly forgot. Words start pouring out of my mouth as I frantically search for something to get a reaction out of her. We all lived in Seto, a small town, 3 hours drive away. Yes? No? I'm sorry. I don't think... We all played together. We were inseparable. We met at the festival, the one with the lanterns. Misaki's expression gradually turns from polite to more and more skeptical. Of all ways I imagined we'd reunite, this was definitely not at the top of the list. Do you really not remember? I'm really very sorry. This can't be. Ryu and I bawled our eyes out after she left. We hovered by the phone for hours, waiting for a single call. When nothing came, we even resorted to hovering by the mailbox, in the vain hopes that we'd receive some snail mail. She's saying that during that time, that 1 month, which turned into 6, which turned into 1 year, which turned into 4 years, she'd just forgotten us? How could that be possible? Unless, by any chance you haven't gotten into a tragic car accident and ended up with amnesia, have you? That's why you haven't called, not in 4 years. She backs away slowly, eyeing me like I'm an insane psychopath. Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. I wore a kimono. You really don't remember? She stops at that, a flash of recognition catching her eyes. Got her. I wore a Goodbye Kitty kimono. Is that like Hello Kitty? Better. And ran around calling you a tooth fairy. You did? On second thought, I really should have talked to her with no one else in the classroom. I was a kid, but you wore a kimono and called her the Tooth Fairy. Well, yeah, but... About time you admitted it, Yama. I'm struck speechless as the situation begins to dawn on me. You know who I am? Well, apparently she does, but we'll save that for the next episode. That was kind of cool, a little reunion with someone that Yama knew. Kind of threw us a little ball there saying that she doesn't remember something like that, brought up the car accident. I don't know. So if you guys enjoyed that, give it a like, give it a subscribe, all that BS and stuff. And I've literally got nothing else to say, so I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.